How to elaborate your outline, Part 2, Dialectic form. Welcome back. If you're watching this video, it means that your question can be answered either with yes or with a no. So in your paper, you will have to gauge the pros and cons of a practice, method, or action. Let's put an example. Do you remember the topic that we dealt with in the last video? Yes, it was process automation. And do you remember that one question was, is it ethical to implement process automation? This question is similar to yours, for it can be answered either with a yes or with a no, and we must explain why. Last time we said no, it is not ethical to implement process automation. We were against it because it leads to unemployment and increases social inequality. It overvalues money and pays little attention to employees, and we risk to automatize people to create workmen lacking of innovating ideas. As you can notice, we mentioned 3 reasons why the implementation of process automation wouldn't be ethical. These reasons are called arguments. So, the first argument is, it leads to unemployment and increases social inequality. The second argument is, it overvalues money and pays little attention to employees. The third argument is, we risk to automatize people to create workmen lacking of innovating ideas. Furthermore, notice that these arguments are centered on the person's integrity. In our example, we certainly dealt with economic factors, but we focused our interest in the person's rights and values. We highlighted how unemployment affects them and underlined the intrinsic value of human beings. In addition, we also considered the capability of innovation as an important feature of humanity. Now, pause this video and go to the first part of your outline. Check if you offered between 3 and 4 arguments to support your answer. Furthermore, check if these arguments consider the person's dignity. If you're missing some arguments, elaborate them. If you have more arguments, choose the most important ones and reduce them into 3 or 4. Remember, you may address some political, economic, and or scientific perspectives depending on your topic. Nonetheless, your main interest must be the person and his/her integrity. Thus, you may address issues involving human rights, virtues, and ethical values. Once you've written down your arguments, you may continue watching this video. You may pause this video now. The following step is to draw a chart where you can compare the pros and cons of the practice, method, or action that you are evaluating. On the top, write your question. On the left, write your arguments. In this case, we wrote the arguments against process automation. Now, on the right, you will have to write the other side arguments. In this example, it would be in favor of process automation. Do a little research about your topic on the internet and look for arguments opposite to yours, arguments that contradict your ideas. Avoid Wikipedia and blogs. Try to read what the specialists have said about your topic. Listen to other people's ideas. You may pause this video now. The next step is to write down the other side arguments. Here, you must be careful. Bear in mind that there should be a counterbalance. This means that it is not any opposite argument that you found on the internet. It must be an argument directly opposite to yours. Let's make it clearer. In our example, our first argument is focused on unemployment and inequality. Thus, our counter-argument should also be focused in these 2 elements. The pro-argument could be: process automation does not lead to unemployment and social inequality, for persons can be reallocated in areas that do not involve hard work. The second argument highlights the relation between money and employees. Thus, the pro-argument says that this method is not only about money, but also about offering a secure workspace for employees. The third argument defends innovation as an important human capability, and so does the argument in favor of process automation. However, in a different way, it reads that automated systems render more spare time where the person can develop such competence. Please pause this video and elaborate your chart. Once you've finished, you may continue watching this video. Now, it's time to state the ethical relevance of your topic, question, and ultimately of your paper. So, why is your question ethically important? Here's a tip: because it's centered on the person. Go back to your arguments and ask yourself, which virtues, ethical values, and/or rights are jeopardized? How are persons being affected? In this example, we spoke about persons' well-being and work rights. Thus, the ethical relevance can be stated as follows. The implementation of process automation has drawn attention to the value that persons, especially workmen, have within their workspace. These procedures might put at stake the right to work, the right to protection against unemployment, and the right to a standard of living. Since process automation seeks to increase revenues, we might be in a case where money prevails over persons. Please pause this video and write down the ethical relevance of your paper. Once you've finished, you may continue watching this video. The final step is to choose your title. Think about something catchy and original. For example, more machines or more people. If you think it is very general or it doesn't address properly your paper, you may add a subtitle. Let's say, a discussion on process automation. Please pause this video and think about your title. So, here's the summary of what you have done. 1. You found the pro and con arguments. 2. You stated the ethical relevance. 3. You chose a title. Now, go to the template called Dialectic form and fill in your outline. Don't forget to bring 2 printed copies for the next class. In case you need it, at Schoology there is also a sample of an outline on process automation with a dialectic form.